Welcome to the workshop, Empowering Instructors Through Effective Learning Strategies. My name is Cassandra and I will serve as the instructor for this session. Effective learning strategies. By aligning instructional methods with evidence-based learning strategies and effective study habits, instructors can enhance student academic achievement. By the end of this workshop, participants will be able to achieve 5 learning objectives. 1. Identify and explain key evidence-based learning strategies. 2. Distinguish between effective and ineffective study habits. 3. Structure instructional materials to reinforce key concepts by providing repeated exposure across multiple sessions rather than presenting information in isolated blocks. 4. Determine specific deficiencies in current instructional methods that hinder long-term retention and comprehension and propose targeted improvements. And 5. Instruct students in the application of evidence-based learning strategies, including self-testing, distributed practice, and elaborative interrogation. Ineffective learning strategies are a major contributor to poor learning outcomes. Many students prefer massed learning, which may produce short-term gains but often fails to support long-term retention. As a result, perceived success is temporary and overall information retention declines. Ineffective learning strategies fail to promote long-term retention of knowledge. Many widely adopted learning strategies have been demonstrated to be ineffective. It is therefore essential to prioritize evidence-based methods such as retrieval practice and spaced repetition. Traditional learning methods often result in limited long-term retention. It is therefore necessary to identify and implement evidence-based learning strategies to enhance student outcomes. Now, for a quiz question, what is an effective learning strategy? Is it A, highlighting notes, B, cramming the night before a test, C, using self-testing, or D, rereading material? The answer to this question was C, using self-testing. Please pause the video and reflect on a time when you may have used an ineffective learning strategy and how it affected your learning. You may have many examples of using an ineffective learning strategy, such as cramming or rereading text. These methods don't result in long-term memory retention. Our first effective learning strategy that we will discuss is retrieval practice. Retrieval practice refers to the process of recalling information from memory to enhance learning outcomes. Compared to passive rereading, engaging in active self-testing has been shown to improve long-term knowledge retention. Next, we will discuss spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is a learning technique that enhances long-term retention by scheduling reviews at progressively increasing intervals. Typically, just before the point of forgetting, this method leverages active recall to strengthen memory consolidation and reduces the need for intensive last-minute studying. Utilizing tools such as flashcards or specialized applications facilitates deeper learning and improves information retention over extended periods. Research has demonstrated the effectiveness of spaced repetition in promoting durable learning outcomes. Next, we will discuss interleaving. Interleaving is presented as a powerful learning strategy that involves mixing different types of problems or subjects during study sessions rather than focusing on one topic at a time. This approach may feel more difficult, but that challenge actually boosts learning. By constantly switching context, learners are forced to retrieve and apply knowledge in varied ways, which strengthens memory and improves problem-solving skills. Interleaving helps the brain learn to discriminate between different concepts and choose appropriate strategies, making it more effective than the traditional method of blocked practice. Next up is elaboration. Elaboration is defined as the process of deepening understanding by connecting new information to existing knowledge. This process includes examining how new concepts relate to prior learning and considering the significance of these ideas. Through active exploration of meaning and relationships, elaboration facilitates richer encoding of knowledge, which enhances later recall and application. The book emphasizes that increasing the number of connections strengthens comprehension of the material. Lastly, we will be talking about the concept of embracing difficulty. It refers to the understanding that effortful learning results in more durable and meaningful knowledge. Techniques such as spacing, interleaving, and retrieval practice may initially appear more challenging, but they engage cognitive processes that enhance memory retention and comprehension. These so-called desirable difficulties may temporarily slow the learning process, yet they ultimately promote long-term retention. The book advocates for learners to persist through challenges, as such struggle indicates that substantive learning is occurring. What does interleaving mean in the context of learning strategies? Is it A, mixing different topics during study, B, using visual content to aid in memory, C, studying one topic before moving to the next, or D, pausing through your study session? The answer is A, mixing different topics during study. Why is spacing beneficial as a learning strategy? Is it A, it helps students avoid distractions, B, it promotes better retention by spreading out studies over time, C, it creates more intense study sessions, or D, it eliminates the need for review? The answer is B, it promotes better retention by spreading studies over time. What roles do mistakes play in effective learning? Is it A, they should be avoided, B, they slow down the learning process, C, they indicate that you have failed, or D, they are opportunities for deeper learning? The answer is D, they are opportunities for deeper learning. Our next reflection question is this: why is spacing considered a desirable difficulty? Is it A, it eliminates need for review, B, it helps to learn faster, C, it forces the brain to work harder to retrieve information, or D, it is more comfortable than other methods? The answer is C, it forces the brain to work harder to retrieve information. Based on the presented learning strategies, the first suggestion for instructor implementation is to start each class with a short quiz or a quick recap activity. The second suggestion for instructor implementation is to create homework assignments that systemically revisit and reinforce previously covered topics to promote cumulative learning. Oftentimes, students are unaware of ineffective learning strategies. By simply telling them that rereading and highlighting are ineffective, that can help encourage them to find effective ways of learning. How can instructors implement retrieval practice? Is it A, by starting each class with a short quiz, B, assigning reading as homework, C, review notes in class, D, asking students to recall what they learned in the previous session? The answer is both A, by starting each class with a short quiz, and D, asking students to recall what they learned in the previous session. Reflect on which retrieval strategy you currently use in your instruction most often, and how effective has it been for your students? Maybe you have used a quick quiz to recap a prior session or flashcards to help your students. We learned in this presentation that spaced and interleaving are effective learning strategies and that the traditional practice of cramming is not. Instructors can offer alternatives to traditional and effective ways of learning, such as combining topics in review sessions. We also learned that retrieval practice is highly effective and can promote long-term retention of knowledge. Instructors can offer low-stakes quizzes to students to help with this. We also learned that although desirable difficulties in reference to learning are challenging, they lead to more effective learning. Instructors can implement this by retrieval practice, space practice, as well as interleaving. Now, let's do a reflection question. How can an instructor facilitate desirable difficulties? Is the answer A, have students highlight sentences in homework review, B, have students watch a recorded lecture passively? C, have students take a low-stakes quiz in each class session? Or D, have students reread chapters several times? The answer is C, have students take a low-stakes quiz each class session. Now I'd like you to pause the video and reflect on the following question. In what ways have I intentionally designed productive learning challenges for my students? If you are unsure of your answer, now is the perfect time to start implementing the learning strategies that we've learned in this video.